How's everybody doing this morning? Yeah, I don't normally stream at this time, but my wife got in a wreck, totaled her car, and we gotta go take care of that, so it's gonna be probably an all-day deal. And, yeah, I didn't want to miss my live stream. So we're starting at 7 a.m. my time, so if it's later where you're at, I see someone said it's 5 o'clock in India. Normally I start a couple hours later, but I was like, nah, I'll just wake up a couple hours earlier, get the stream in so I don't miss my stream, and that way also I can make my video for tomorrow. So today we're going to jump right in. It's going to be pretty awesome. So a lot of people ask, how do I use Linux, or how do I build Linux? How do I make my desktop? All these things. And I always start from server. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. Arch, Fedora, Debian, whatever it might be. I'm never going to start from whatever weird distribution someone wants to recommend me this week. Honestly, that's what I do. I install server and then I start building packages. That's what it's all about, because then you get to choose every single little thing that goes in, and I love that. So, yeah, that's how I do it. No Q&A this week, as I want to have time to show you all this, and let's just get into it, right? Also, I got rid of the green screen for this week too, because why not? All right, so first off, how am I gonna show you all this? This is typically what I've been doing. I've been slowly trying to build out kind of, hey, what packages do I use? How to configure each system? There's certain things, like you can see like the X cursor bleeding through on here. That's fixable. I already fixed it on my laptop. I'll need to fix that here. But I don't want to mess around with my main desktop system, because I'm going to need to build this a couple times, because I want to eventually make a complete script with everything. So what we're going to do is do QEMU, or virtualization. And this might be a little disjointed because I'm not a morning person, by the way. So if this ends up blowing up, I attribute that to because my brain hasn't turned on and I haven't consumed enough coffee, which I can drink again. So let's get into it. Ah, man. Ubuntu desktop server. I've actually done that heat stroke. Love that. So Ubuntu server is actually a really solid base to build from. I've built a lot of my favorite desktops from it. Even though I don't like Ubuntu desktop, Ubuntu server is actually really good. So we're gonna start with local server. Let's first grab our medium Fedora server, so you get to see the whole bit here. We're gonna just download Fedora server. I always do net install, so let's grab the latest greatest. What, beta Fedora 36? Sure, sounds good to me. The server also is a really small download. They're only 600 megs. That's pretty awesome. Gotta love that. Hey, nothing wrong with being a Windows server. I use Windows a lot too. You know, I also use Mac a lot. Inside, I wanted to become more productive because I found myself gaming a little too much. So what I did to fix this, I installed, or I put a Mac Mini in there. So it forces me to work. that'll fix me. I'm not gonna game on that Mac unless you do some like crappy arcade games or something. Yeah, which I'm not gonna do. So that's how I fixed my productivity issues inside. Got rid of Windows and Linux and just used Mac. Oh man. VS Code or VS Codium, they're pretty much the same thing. Codium gets rid of there's our ISO finish download. Codium gets rid of telemetry from Microsoft. It's pretty much the same though. It doesn't really matter. Let's add, oh wow, so this is a fresh QEMU install, so I need to change a couple things here. We need to add our images or downloads right into here. Finish. we also do, I want to add another pool. Let's go, I want to say I have one more pool we can go to. Probably data. Let's see. It's not right here. I think I have a drive and a VM pool. Do we have VM pool? Nope. All right, maybe not drive. Core drive. Linux data maybe. There it is. All right, and this is gonna be images or VMs. All right, we'll grab that. So that's all set up. This is where our image will be, or I guess where it will be. I was doing taxes, 1099K. Ugh, taxes. That sucks. All right, Fedora. Moving forward. Don't ask. MMA search may not have search permissions. No, it does. Dude, no, don't correct it. Just come on. All right, we'll give about half CPUs whenever setting up a virtual machine. Typically, I like to go like half CPU, and we'll go about 10 gigs of RAM. No, we're gonna create our own storage. We'll create a volume, Fedora, QCal, and you know, I think we'll do it 30 gigs. Usually what I like to do too, I like to use VMDKs. Like if I was gonna redistribute this image so you could use an image, VMDK is probably my favorite because that's what VMware uses, so people could use VMware Workstation. If you're on Windows, you could easily load that up into Hyper-V, and obviously VMDKs you can't create in QEMU, but QEMU will read VMDKs, which is really cool. So we'll create this. Fedora, I am loving, by the way, guys. I think it's, I don't know. I don't want to pull the gun and say this might be my forever base. But damn, it's a good. I am loving it. But also you got to realize too, this is Fedora server. I grew up, or when I was, Fedora server, finish. Network selection, finish. Oh no, what did I do? Permission denied. Huh. That's a weird error. So it's not having permission to the ISO location. That sucks. All right, let's just go finish. We'll work on that here in a second. What is happening? What's up, George? Lies. Oh, man. I do love Debian. Debian's also very good. It's what I've used the most out of pretty much any desktop distro. But I would say in the long term, Rail-based servers, I've put the most hours in because it had a good 10-year start before I even used desktop Linux. I mean, Debian's never going to be bleeding edge. I honestly like SID, Cresco. If you're going to go Debian, I like Debian SID. It's supposed to be development, like super bleeding edge, but it's not. It's like still very, very solid packages. I don't think I've ever had anything break. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. What do we got? Overview. We're going to use BIOS. You know what? Let's switch this to UEFI. Yeah, that's fine. Memory, boot order. Drawn a blank on this error. Let's just start it up and see what happens, right? Permission denied. Okay, well. That is weird. What? Do we have permission issues in downloads? You know what? Let's do this. I got an idea. Let's go to images. Fedora beta. Let's change this. Let's stop that. Let's grab another one. Let's go browse. Other location, images. We'll call this one images. Finish. And then let's see if we look at Fedora. Choose volume. I don't know why it wouldn't have access to the downloads directory. That seems off. Okay, permission denied. Why? libvirt1-storage auto read only true. libvirt-storage auto. Okay, to Google we go. I'm sure it's something stupid I'm overlooking. libvirt1 auto read only. What's happening here? All right, we got start QEMU, actual results. Oh, what are we missing? Maybe it's mod probe. You know, maybe this was a read only. You know what? I'm stupid. I know what's happening. Read only. Oh, no. What if we just don't? Yeah, no, it says read only. Crap. I don't know. All right, let's move on. What's the next one? Domain fails. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I don't think you. All right, what do we got? It looks about like our error. You provide the full guess QEMU XML. There's this. Block dev. The issue is QEMU's auto read only property. Backend files. All right. It looks. So after I updated QEMU to 5.1 with an LVM read-only, volume started working again. Huh. I mean, I don't think we have any updates, do we? Let's see. Let's just take a peek. 133 packages. I didn't think I updated that long ago. Let's see what we got. Ming W, wine, mostly all compatibility stuff, cups, which is printer, LibreOffice. Oh, I need to remove LibreOffice. I forgot about that. I think I haven't really optimized this desktop install. That was just like when I was first trying out Fedora. My laptop is actually a lot better. I've been really fine-tuning this over there. Which I've actually, if you're interested in this project too that we're building today, it is on GitHub. I've been doing a lot of commits over there, and I'll continue that. Oh, run virt manager with sudo. Oh yeah. Thanks. I know it's something silly. maybe my pull kit here, because usually when you launch Vert Manager, it should elevate it anyways, but for whatever reason, it probably didn't. That's a good question. So why that's going? Let's just close that. Let's go sudo Vert Manager. Maybe my pull kit, there was something up with it. Let's just relaunch. All right. Oh no, did it? Oh no, it didn't create it. Oh well. Back again. Whatever. Let's do it this way. I should fix this. Maybe we could make some UDEV rules and assign our group. Usually you'd sign the user group to like libvirt. That way you can launch this without a sudo. You know what? I kind of want to get into it. I don't really care. I don't think very many people care about me troubleshooting a virtual machine. Oh no. All right. No, permission denied. Interesting. All right. Well, while this, you know, let's go ahead and set it up properly. Fedora libvirt user group. It's been so long. Let's just look at a little article. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever run that. That's an interesting command. I probably already have all the stuff. I don't think I ever used that. It's a virtualization group. Virt viewer, virt install, libvirt client. Oh, okay. That's a neat install package. All right. So we're gonna edit libvirt D. Oh, okay. That's super interesting. Unix sock group. There's that. And then I think we need to rewrite permissions on the. Oops. What did I hit? We're gonna leave it pretty unsecure. All right, that's fine. And I think I already started this. Let's status this. Libvirt D. Oh, no. I did not. It's libvirt D's not even active. Yeah, that's gonna cause some problems. Oh. Wow. And then we're just gonna enable that as well. And add user to group. All right. Now we must log out, log back in. Because if we do groups, yeah, it's not there. Okay. And start virtual machine, blah, 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 blah. Just seeing if there's anything else. Usually there's like a Versh auto network start too, but Fedora might work a little different. I haven't done much virtualization on Fedora, which Fedora is one of the strongest distros for virtualization as well. All right, cool. What else do we have here? Okay. Log out. Does that even work? Log out? Whatever. We're gonna reboot. I need to work on my log out capabilities. Give me 1 second here. We should be back up shortly. All right. Why not use Vagrant for your stuff? I don't think I've ever used Vagrant. I'll have to look it up. To do. Number 1, log out button working. Yes. Yeah, I mean, you see how much I use the log out button. Not very often. Oh, man. And all right, we're back in business. So now let's just check our groups. We're on libvirt, yay. And then let's just do a system CTL status libvirt D. Huh, interesting. System CTL enable libvirt D. I should have done like a dash now. I think it is. Okay, that's working now. That's weird. I wonder why it didn't start up automatically. I thought I enabled it. Maybe not. Okay. All right, back to Virt Manager. Now we shouldn't get yeah, famous last words. See if we get our error again. We'll rebuild this. You didn't know this stream was going to be about troubleshooting virtual machines. All right. Set up our base volume. Ah, come on. What am I missing? Internal process intended to connect to monitor. Is this like a bug in QEMU? Maybe I set this incorrectly. Auto read true. Storage. Permission deny. Oh, I know this is going to be something stupid. Everybody's going to laugh at me. They're all going to laugh at you. What? What is happening? There's a .socket for libv. Starts with Virt Manager. Check again, maybe? Okay, yeah. Oh, weird. I wonder what's happening here. Oh, why does it keep shutting down? Wait, what? libvirt D keeps, like, dying. Sure, something simple. Stopped. So that's just weird. Couldn't let's look at the logs. Man, this is some BS. I should have started this all yesterday and got all this figured out. But oh well. Sometimes troubleshooting weird issues like this is neat. Let's see, what was the last write? Fedora log. Tail number. Let's get 20 lines. No, let's do 30 lines. Fedora. .log. Does that tell me anything? No, that's not telling me anything, I don't think. Other than this error. What the hell? It's read only. It's drive. It's just fine. What happened? Why doesn't this work? Yeah, it could be SE Linux. Yeah, the ISOs, I mean, honestly, it kind of, I bet you it's something SE Linux. Oh man, let's just push this to number 3. We'll push you to number 2. We're just gonna cancel this install once again. SE Linux libvirt D. There's gotta be something here. You know what? We might just take off. I don't think SE Linux is in enforcement mode. I'm drawing a blank on SE Linux. Permissive mode, I think it is. SE Linux. Turn off secure mode. Please Google, just tell me. Get enforce. I think it's permissive by default. Let's see. Get this is like one of those fun Fedora things. Oh, it is enforcing. I bet you it is. Okay. It should be permissive. Well, I mean, it is server after all, so that does make sense. Okay. I don't want to do enforcing because this is going to cause all kinds of issues down the line for me when I'm messing around. If I was doing like obviously a server, let's go config. Oh no, that's not an issue. Oh, SE Linux. Config. Man, all right, never mind. Yeah, permissive mode. I bet this is it, guys. And then let's just change this to permissive. Make sure I don't spell it incorrectly. All right, and reboot the system. All right, well, I don't want to reboot again. Get enforce. All right, now we're in permissive mode. It's fine. You think it was SE Linux all along? It could be. Yeah. Virtualization's installed in BIOS. It's easy to check though. I think I actually have a website article about it. Like if we want to just double check, just to make sure. Yeah, we got 12. That works. So yes, I think the daemon, if we look, the daemon. If we go system ctl status libvirt d. All right, let's do an enable. Start libvirt d. See if there's anything. I'm gonna let it breathe just a little bit. And then look over here. It says it's not connected. All right. So let's launch virt manager. Connected. And then do a status. It kills libvirt d when I launch virt manager. Why? Why you do this to me? Let's do a tail. Huh. Oh, that's just that one. Huh. Didn't really show anything. I guess we could do probably like a journal CTL XE. Does it show why that is shutting down? Started. Yeah, it's permissive now, so that should be fine. System CTL's system D system service. It controls your system services. So you're going to see me type system CTL a ton on pretty much every distribution. Yeah. It's interesting. Very interesting. But SE Linux can be difficult to do, but we pretty much set it to permissive, so it should allow it to work. All right, well, let's see what happens. I think we're gonna still run into a permissions issue, but you never know. Let's just flip through here. We're gonna just fly through our setup. See what we get. And let's see. Yeah, it was SE Linux. Of course it was. What? Whoa. Oopsies. What'd I do? Ah, crap. Did I just break something? Did that not come back? All right, well, that's fun. All right. Note to self, I need to change that keyboard shortcut. I hit the oh crap button and it just went deaf. I totally broke it. Oh well, I kind of wanted to do a reboot anyways. It's fine. We'll check SE Linux. We'll do a git enforce when we get back into the system, just to make sure it's still unpermissive. But that was a kind of a cool start to one of the odd things about Fedora if you're coming from Arch, which Arch is like one of the most insecure distros out there because it doesn't even have, I don't even think it does like AppArmor by default or anything. Or like Ubuntu or Debian usually have AppArmor, which is like SE Linux. But SE Linux is much more stringent as far as what it allows. So SE Linux is, I think, no. SE Linux is the best for security. For sure. All right, we are back. Let's mirror that and let's launch into terminal. Let's do a git enforce. Git enforce. You can see it's permissive. Let's launch into Vert Manager. All right, 10th time is the charm. Yeah, Peter's more about like setting up a server. Like Arch, you're not really setting up for headless servers, where most like Debian, Ubuntu, Fedora, a lot of, you know, I wouldn't say Fedora really, more Red Hat, Enterprise Linux, or, you know, Rocky Linux, Alma Linux, all those is more headless servers, where Arch, I don't know anybody that's ever really done a headless Arch server. I think I had one when I hacked into my Seagate network drive. So there was that. Oh, no bootable. Okay. Control. Oh, okay, there we go. Ah, yeah. And before I go too far here, I do need to fix one thing. So, I need to fix that button that killed me. What was it? Doing a Control Alt F7 over here, kind of. Let's change it to like an F3. Yeah. That should be good. Yeah, SE is pretty much what you'd use for, you know, if I'm setting up a business or something, I'm going to be doing like a RHEL-based system with SE Linux. It's going to be the most secure. All right, so we got rid of our kill button, which I did not come back from. Usually you can just do Control Alt F1 and it comes back and everything's fine, but that did not happen. All right. No bootable device. It's fine. So what we'll do here, let's just... Yep. Virtual machine. Let's go ahead. Force off. I need to fix my... Oh, I did find a cool mouse cursor, by the way, guys. Let's push you into like number 4. Check this out. I meant to tell you. I found like this one mouse cursor, but you had to build it. It was weird. Like, I don't understand why someone wouldn't make the binaries. But there's this breezed hack cursor theme I found that I kind of like. So I forked it mainly because the original authors didn't release binaries for it. They wanted you to build it yourself, and I was like, why? That's dumb. So anyways, I did build it and throw it on GitHub, which I thought was pretty cool. But all I did was build it. It was like, I don't know why the original author didn't build it. That was weird. Teach his own, I guess. Let's move downloads. Let's switch this real fast to breeze to dot icons. Dot icons. All right. Just to get a new mouse cursor, yeah. I dig it. It's kind of like got this futuristic look. It might be a little harder to see. On the gray background, it's pretty bad, but that's okay. 1 second. Let's get rid of this gray background too while I'm looking at it, and then we'll jump into this, and then we're gonna recreate all this. I still got time. No. That's not it. What was it? I think it's under GitHub. Yeah, Fedora Titus. Where was that? Was I putting it in? Oh, I think I was putting it in .config. Pretty sure that's what it was. Let's go back into here. Let's just do a vim. And then we're going to go back and look at it. Was it? Yeah. That was it. Yeah. Oh, did it not do it? Oh, well, whatever. So, yeah. Oh, didn't grab my full 1440p monitor. Ah, bummer. All right, well, that's okay. I think we can just do, like, fill. Does that fix it? Or maybe not. Scale? No. I guess we could look at help. Auto-centered. Scaled. Forgot the D. All right. There we go. Ah, much better. All right. Now we're in business. Now we can build it with style. All right, getting back to this. Let's kick this guy up. Viewer disconnected. Okay. Reconnect. So. Okay. Well. Let's just give it a little reset. Give me the DVD. Could not read code from CD-ROM. What? It's probably like early morning streams is basically a big old screen cap of me being confused. All right. Yeah. I do need to make the text larger. All right, let me look. What is happening with the boot options? Here, I'll blow this up real fast so y'all can see what I'm doing. Cat mirror. Let's just do a copy mirror present .sh vim. All right, let's take primary. Let's blow it up to about 1920 by 1080. Rate 165. I think this should. We're not gonna need to do a scale from. All right, let's go present. All right. Okay. So that seemed to do. Since this was already scaled, I think I actually have to log out. What's the shell exit command for logout? I can't, it's been so long since I've used it. Oh, let's just reboot. Screw it. Window user in me. Just reboot. We'll do, oh, I think actually as it boots up, it's still going to be 1080p or 1440p. I'm just trying to reduce my resolution so it blows up everything that happened on the screen a little bit. We'll see. I'm pretty sure that's not going to fix my issue here. We'll see. I could also relaunch Polybar, but I can't remember on that, so let's see. Let's see what happens. The source path and the CD, I think, I don't think that's the issue, but we'll see. All right. We're gonna need to do some modifications to this script, obviously. Present. Let's just do. What's it gonna give me? Yeah. That's pretty much. My polybar is jacked up, but that's okay. That's easy to fix. Huh. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Let's quit that. I think we can just do like a .config. Let's just relaunch Polybar. Yeah. All right, everything should be a lot bigger now. Yeah, that's a lot bigger. Vert manager. All right, back to it. So now you guys can see what's happening. Do they have like an old man mode on here? Yeah, maybe not. It still says connecting. Oh no, there it goes. Okay. Just was being impatient. Let's open this up. Bring that into our workspace 2. Wait, nope. Push that to workspace 2. Workspace 2. All right, workspace 2. Nope. Oh, I'm already in workspace 2. Oops. Let's push that to workspace 3. What happens when I start? Could not read from CD-ROM, not a bootable disk. Okay. Huh. You know, it'd probably help if we selected our image. I don't know how that happens. I think on the initial start. Oh, that's funny. All right, this is it. All right, it's gonna work. That's funny. All right, 45 minutes in, we're finally loading up our server. I will say one thing I really love about Fedora, if you ever need to troubleshoot, because of course I've already blown up my system and messed them things up, it has a fantastic recovery. I would say the best recovery out of any Linux distro. It automatically detects encrypted LVMs and all that, and it chroots directly into it. Like a monkey could chroot into Fedora, and I was like, dude, this is amazing. This is just fantastic. So anyways, let's we're gonna start the build process right now. Timestamp this. Oh man. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do that. Root account, disable. I don't ever usually do a root account. We'll use super easy installation, closest mirror, software selection. We're gonna do minimal install. Or actually, let's do fun custom install. We're gonna do guest agents because we are running under a hypervisor. Normally you wouldn't do that. And let's select the things we might do. Common set of utilities. No, we're gonna leave that off. Well, I'm tempted to hit standard because usually we do need to do that. Yeah, we'll probably do standard. See tools and libraries. I do like to do a lot of building. Most people probably won't need to do that, but automake, GCC, that stuff's I use a lot. So we're gonna do that. Development tools, Git. Does anybody use CVS anymore? I don't think that's a thing. Pretty much everything is Git these days. Games, entertainment, blah blah blah. Nope. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that's pretty much it. Sound and video for CD recording, playing audio CDs. Let's go ahead and give some sound and video and window managers. All right, cool. Let's see what the custom install would be. I'm pretty sure this is still only going to be like 500 packages. Let's take a peek. Yeah, I do a mirror, Peter, on the X Randar, by the way. So what you see, it's actually two displays that are mirrored. So that's why I do what I do. Why are you troubleshooting in every live stream? Just whatever happens. I mean, usually I kind of got an idea of what to do, and then I usually make a video of what I'm doing. But if I just do what I know works, I don't really learn anything, and yeah, you get to see the troubleshooting aspect of it. So that's why I troubleshoot, and I think every single day I usually am troubleshooting something, because I think it's important to fail. Without failure, you can't learn anything. And if you only do what you know works, you're never gonna go anywhere. You're just gonna be a big dummy. So that's why. That's why I break things. So many people are always concerned about, oh my God, how's this make me look? And I'd say my superpower is I don't care. My main goal is to learn something new every day, and that's it. That's what the goal should be, to better yourself, not to care about what others think. But yeah, that's the important thing. I always tell my kids too, like, I probably said this a million times, and I know they're sick of hearing it, but I was like, you can never succeed unless you fail. Failure is essential. So I at least try and fail every day, multiple times. That's my goal. If I do everything and everything just works, I'm like, damn, well, this is kind of boring. And I didn't learn anything new. So failure is essential, you know? And I try and beat that in my kids' heads. I'm always like, hey, what'd you fail at today? So that's cool. But it's important. That's one thing that I think so many people in today's society, we hold on a pedestal people and their successes, but we don't highlight their failures. Like, you take any really ultra successful person, and if you put them on a microscope and look at all the things they've done, I guarantee you they failed more than they succeeded. Whatever person you want to throw up there, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, whatever ultra successful person you want to say, you look at their day-to-day, I guarantee you they will fail more than they succeed. It's just they're constantly throwing up different things that most other people are just too afraid to do because of failure. So this is a base install, so we're just installing server. It does look like it's like 700 and something packages, which is on the heavier side, which I will say for rel based installs, you will run into that. Oh yeah, Don. I was about an hour ago when I started the stream, mainly because I was a little bit early because my wife got in a wreck. Some teenage kid came out and, she ended up basically coming in and hitting him on the side because he pulled her out right in front of her. And anyways, long story short, her car's totaled and we have to go to the dealership and all that business today. So my whole day is going to be shot. So I decided it is time. I'll just wake up couple hours early, get the live stream before we go there, and then I'll make up the time later tonight when I'm making my videos. Just cut out a couple hours. Anytime someone's like, you don't have enough time, or I don't have enough time to do whatever it is, I'm like, well, just take that from your sleep and you'll get it there. That only works. That's a short-term gain, long-term loss. I'm not saying don't do that every day, but it's fine every once in a while. Yeah, it is the worst time to be in the car market. That's for true. I think one of the cars we looked at, it was like a Toyota. They didn't have like anything. They had like zero inventory. And I was like, well, this sucks. So right now, I think we got to drive an hour. Even though it's in Dallas-Fort Worth, there's like a million different dealerships. We're driving like an hour to get outside of the Metroplex just to look at something that has inventory. It's awful. But that's okay. Her car was 12 years old. So it's not like, it wasn't a bad wreck. It was just a very old car. Started at 5 a.m. I can barely see. I feel you, man. I feel you. Peter, yeah. Just cut back on sleep. Gosh, you guys. The Rock sleeps like 3 hours a day. I think it was something stupid like that. The man doesn't sleep. I did see that, which I was like, are you kidding me? That's some BS. There's no way. The special sauce to rel distros, it's a different package manager, but today, Jonas, you actually saw on the stream, so we're finished with our install. On the stream, you saw SE Linux. SE Linux is like the security function that, oops. Let's just, 1 second. Let's just power this off. I should have just done boot menu. That was my bad. Let's just put that up and start. And let's go full screen. Hey, HGH. Good Friday, yeah. Hopefully, I think a lot of people are actually gonna be getting off work soon today. I'm actually gonna be working a lot, so that's kind of a bummer, but oh well. All right, so this is our base server install. We're ready to start building our system, which I do. Let's just make sure we have IP. If you do the server install and you need Wi-Fi drivers, there's a couple things I want to show real fast, just for those Wi-Fi driver people out there. First thing, you're probably going to want to do a DNF install network manager Wi-Fi. This does not come on server installs because servers don't have Wi-Fi. So usually Wi-Fi, network manager Wi-Fi module is not there. The second thing about Wi-Fi is the firmware modules, like let's say you have an Intel card, are also not there. So you'd have to do like an LSPCI and install those firmware modules to get your Wi-Fi working on server. It can be very tricky. So just a heads up, if you do this server install before we get into it, I ran into this on my laptop and I swear it took me like 2 hours to figure out all the different things with like network manager CLI, finding and tracking down like my firmware module, and then getting network manager Wi-Fi package installed, because all these packages aren't there by default. Since we don't have Wi-Fi, I'm not going to install that, but I at least wanted to show that before we get into it. We will do a DNF update and upgrade this system. First thing you do on any install, update. That's true with Mac, Windows, and obviously Linux. How does the server work without Wi-Fi? Through the Ethernet jack, man. Yeah, Wi-Fi is like rarely ever used, especially in my house. I hate Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is awful. Give me a hardline Ethernet cable any day of the week. I don't care if Wi-Fi 6 AWS or whatever weird acronym you toss behind it. Wi-Fi is just always going to play second fiddle to a hardwired Ethernet cable. If you can do an Ethernet cable, do an Ethernet cable. Don't rely on Wi-Fi. Like, oh god, what was it? I think at work actually. They were having issues, and it was like with a remote office or something. And I was like, well, how's this computer connected up? And they're like, well, we're having problems. And I'm like, and they're like, but it's connected through Wi-Fi. And I was like, well, there's your issue. It's Wi-Fi. Give me a cable and then call me back, so to speak. We're setting up a desktop. I'm going to do a full desktop experience. You guys want to do SDDM or we'll start into some of this here. Light DM or SDDM, it doesn't really matter. Which is better, Wi-Fi or Ethernet into a WAP? Ethernet, probably Wi-Fi. Wireless access, yeah, it's like power line over Ethernet and wireless access points. If you're doing like a bridge, yeah, I'm still gonna go probably. I'd rather do just straight up Wi-Fi in that regard. Light DM's I don't know. I like SDDM lately, but Light DM's also one of my faves. Can't really go wrong. Both are good. All right, so we're all updated. Let's start installing some stuff. Let's do a git clone, and we're gonna grab Chris Titus Tech, Fedora server, no, Fedora Titus, I think it was. Yeah, there it goes. So I made this to where we can just move .config to home. Let's just do .config star to home. .config. Boop. Doesn't even have a .config directory. All right. And then RPM packages. What do I have in there? Okay. Let's install OCS. This will be handy, like when we go to like grab a cursor or something like that. Oh, not dpackage. I'm not in Debian. Dirt to dir. Failed dependencies. All right, that's fine. Let's go BSPWM. Do we have Xorg? Xorg. So we'll grab Xorg. Oh no. Let's install SDDM. There we go. SDDM I like because it's gonna grab like Qt, Xorg, a bunch of dependencies. Probably a lot of those dependencies that we just failed on that OCS install. So the first thing we're really installing is our display manager, and also the display renderer, which is going to be Xorg. And then we'll grab BSPWM, which did I install BSPWM? I couldn't remember. Anyways, then we'll grab that, and then we'll be able to launch into it. We also grabbed the .config files, so we should be able to look at that, make sure we have those installed as well. So we're just going to go through basically our checklist of every Linux desktop has these things enabled. So we have the display render, Xorg, display manager, SDDM, BSPWM, that's kind of like our desktop window manager. We got to have NeoFetch. Not really, but let's just see where we're starting from. I think we probably should be over 1,000 packages now. Fedora's a little heavier on the package count. Oh no, we're at 800 packages. Only 300 megs used in our memory. So what we'll do here is go to our .config. So let's do DNF install dconf editor. Is that a... Yeah. Dconf editor grabs like the GTK toolkit, some other things, because we're going to be using parts of that. So I'm using my .config files that I know I need for each one of those base components to basically install a lot of the things. Obviously, I'll script all this. I just kind of wanted to do a base install just to kind of get the feeling. So we'll do sudo dnf install. We're going to skip GIMP because nobody really needs a photo editor. Mango HUD will also skip. We'll need PyCom, which is the compositor. Polybar, which is our top bar, which is like our start bar. Rofi, that's like our start menu. SXHKD, that's our hotkeys. And Thunar, which is our file browser. So we'll pick all those packages up. And this is where you start to see like Fedora shine. Like the dependency resolution here, all I have to think of is like the main package, and then it just knows to grab all the other little things to make that main package work, which is pretty awesome. So we have all that. You know what? We need to move from here. What was a Fedora Titus BG? Put that. Oh, nope. Yeah. I'm just gonna move this into our config directory. Okay. And then we got some X packages we need to toss in here as well. That should make up the distro. Move dot star to yep. No. All right. And we moved all our X resources, X Nord, X init RC. X resources is kind of like the colors of the system, so to speak. X Nord is like a package that interfaces with that. It's like a header file for our X resources to make it look the way it does. X init RC, anytime Xorg is initiated and brought up, X init RC is run. So this is the base system. As we construct it, we're grabbing each little component here, which is neat. Is there anything else in here? Oh, I think our RPM packages. Let's see if that fails again. Let's do a RPM install of OCS. Yeah, see, few dependencies we're still missing, but that's okay. Let's set up auto login as well. So right now, when we reboot, it's still going to come into the CLI, the server CLI that we get here. So we need to set the graphic boot up to be like, instead of this one, we need to do like a graphic target. I can't remember. What was that command? Was it set? I can't remember the command. What was the command? Set graphic target. Yeah. Or was that? System CTL graphic target. Okay, I gotcha. So right now, this is actually set to, I think, multi-user target. Let's see. Graphic is installed, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, multi-user target is what servers use, which basically just tosses it to a TTY or a console. And we want to set default to graphic target. So this is just kind of how system DM works. On a server install, it would always go to a multi-user target where you want it to be a graphical target. So that's what I was talking about. Let's go ahead, sudo system CTL to interface with systemd, set default graphical target. All right, cool. So that's all set. Sudo system CTL enable SDDM. So SDDM is going to be the login manager. Let's go ahead and set our sddm.conf. Oh, we don't have Vim. Gotta have Vim. That's important. Can't do anything without Vim. Man, I love Vim. I need to do another video on Vim. I made a community post that said, just use Vim, and the rage. It was so great. Most people understood I was, tongue-in-cheek about it, but some people took like offense. I had one guy post is like, I'm unsubscribing, and I'm like, oh. It was a joke. Kinda. All right, sddm.com. All right, so this is where, actually, you know what? We'll just remove that, whatever. Session will be bspwm. User will be Titus. Anything else we want to do with this? Not really. All right, cool. Groups. We're in Titus and Wheel. I think we need to do an auto login group. Maybe not. All right. Well, I feel like I'm missing something, but I think we got most of everything we need to boot. So let's reboot. And if we did everything right, we should have a desktop. And it should auto boot into the desktop. I don't know if I need to be part of the auto login group or not, or if I need to create auto login. On Debian based systems, and I think Arch based systems, you need the auto login for SDDM to recognize. On Fedora, I'm not sure. Let's give it a reboot. See what happens with our boot process. What's this look like? Nice. All right, cool. So it worked. I still missed some theming packages. So if you look at that, oops, nope. Uh-oh. All right. Let's come into here. Let's go. Oh, let me go full screen with this. Full screen, please. No. All right. Oops. All right. Full screen. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. There we go. So first thing we need to find is awesome. Awesome fonts kind of give us all those fonts that you see up there. So we're going to grab font, awesome, fonts, and then font, awesome, fonts, web. And we'll grab those two things. What else we need? Probably a papyrus. There's a icon theme. So we're gonna do icon theme. Grab that. As much as I love this blown up 4:3 ratio, we should probably fix that next too. So since we don't have a desktop environment to just go, hey, I need to fix it by doing that, we need to manually set our resolution. So let's do that. We can do xrandar, arandar, couple different ways to skin that cat, so to speak. Yeah, Don and Peter were the ones there. They were there when I first did Vim Tutor. If you at home are interested in this, Vim Tutor. Just install Vim on your. If you got Linux installed and you're like, I'm a nano user, I'm ashamed to say, and I don't use Vim because I don't know it. Vim Tutor. This will walk you through. Just follow this text guide, and this will walk you through Vim. The meme, I don't know how to exit Vim, is perpetuated by people like wanting to do like just some basic things here. Just two things I want to show you, and then we're going to get back into it. There's the insert mode, and then there's regular cursor mode. Cursor mode, you can kind of skip through lines, and you can kind of, whatever you type in, if I type in words here, it does it as cursor mode, which means if I want to delete that word, DW will delete that word because it's in cursor mode. But if I hit the insert, you get an insert mode, DW doesn't delete that word. If I hit escape, back to cursor mode. So understand those two modes, and then how to quit in cursor mode if you hook colon, WQ, but this way is wrong. I don't want you to do that. Hold shift, and if you press Z, it saves and quits. If you press ZQ, it doesn't save and quits. So those two shortcuts is really all you need to know to quit Vim. In understanding there's two input modes. There's the regular insert mode and cursor mode. And then, now that you know that, take Vim Tutor, learn it, love it, live it. Here in a year or two, after using it every day, you're going to be just amazing. You'll ascend to godliness. All right, moving on. That's all I got to say about Vim. Yeah. All right. So we got some of that. Next, we'll fix our resolution. What resolutions we got? We got 1080p. Now we could set it from the console, right? Do like this weird syntax with like use xrandar, do like a help and go, okay, how do I set my monitor? That kind of sucks. So we're gonna just use a randar. And now that that's installed, we'll go a randar. And then we're just gonna go resolution. And we'll pick 1080p. Oh, that's better. All right, cool. So we have more icons. We fixed our resolution. Let's fix our polybar now because we need to relaunch that. So let's just go like that. Relaunch our polybar. All right, so we're missing some more things. So I can see these fonts are a little off. We're gonna need to grab some more things. We need to grab like probably Brave browser is what I use, but we'll do Firefox today just because that's part of the repo and I don't feel like grabbing Brave. So we're gonna just install Firefox today. And I don't know. Let's see if it's in the DNF repos before we get on the old browser. Because we need to grab those missing fonts. And I know one of them is Nerd Fonts Meslo. I love some Meslo fonts from Nerd Fonts. So let's do Meslo. Is that in? It is not in there. Unfortunate. So let's go Firefox. And we'll push this to Workspace too. Let's go Meslo fonts. Meslo Nerd Font. All right. Is there like a... I think we can just go nerdfonts.com. Downloads. So fonts, awesome. Or Nerd Fonts. We're going to grab a couple ones from here. Fire a code. Oh, Fire a code's probably in the repo. Let's go DNF search Fire code. Is that in there? Fire code's got a really cool layout. If it doesn't, we're going to grab it from Nerd Fonts. Grabbing the entire Nerd Fonts package would take forever. Since we're doing kind of a minimal install today, I want to kind of keep our package count down. The white, it burns. Oh, it's not that white. Just Fire code font listings. Okay. So that's what I wanted to know. I was like, all right, how much do we need to download from here? How much do we not? So we're going to grab this one. We're going to grab the mono nerd font as well. Grab that one. Did we grab it twice? Yes, we did. I got a little click happy there. And then Meslo nerd font. Clack. Meslo, Fire a mono, Fire a code. Grab that. I'll do this script form, but I actually kind of want to do everything manual today, just so you kind of understand how I do things and how I build systems. All right, so here's all our fonts. To unzip this, we're gonna need unzip. Oh, we already have it. Sweet. Probably the fastest way to do this would be move.starzip. Oh wait, first let's just do this. Make directory dot fonts. We're gonna cd into dot fonts, and then we're gonna move from downloads.zip. Oops. To here. So we just moved everything to fonts. And then we're going to unzip all 3 of these zip files. So we're just going to go *zip to this folder. Which that didn't work. Oh, what was unzip? I think I messed up my syntax. I can't remember. When we do an unzip, there might be an extension we need. Oh, we could pipe it. I mean, well, I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. Right? No? Whatever. Mono. And then we're gonna unzip Meslo. And then we'll just remove those zip files. And then we're gonna do FC cache. Orso reload of that. Perfect. Well, let's relaunch Polybar and see how this looks now. So we're gonna go come back to CD. We're just gonna go .config Polybar launch. Should have some good fonts now. Ha ha ha! Looking better. Nice. This is the sound. This is like our thing. So what are we missing? Modules we're missing. Pulse audio. Let's fix that. Well, we're just going to do Pavu control because Pavu control should have like pulse and some other things in there. I wonder if pulse audio got some ideas with that. What else were we missing? Our ETH ones aren't designed properly, so we can fix that. There's one unmatched character, but I think we got most of it. It's probably just a module that's not being loaded. Battery and backlight, if you're doing laptops, obviously you're going to need to change that around. And I'll show you kind of where all that is. Okay. Favorite language for writing scripts would probably be Bash. I love Bash. Oh, man. My most hated language that I'm actually probably the best at, I'm ashamed to say, PowerShell. PowerShell in Windows, I do know a good bit. But I hate PowerShell. Ugh. Every time I use it, I'm just like, why did they make this so hard to remember? I need to do a web invoke, or I need to tap into the bit service to download a file. I'm like, this just give me a wget. All right. So we have that. Pulse audio, I think, is one thing we also needed. I don't think. Is it just pulse audio? Yeah. I wonder if like ALSA mixer's in here too. If we're gonna get pulse, we probably should get ALSA mixer or ALSA. Or is it using Pipewire? Let's just install Pipewire. Pipewire has pulse ways to use like Pavu control and some of the pulse stuff. Well, I'm probably sure I'm missing something there, but that's okay. Now let's fix some of the polybar stuff. Like we said earlier, it's not reading our ETH connection because this computer's different than the original install. So let's fix that, I guess. We'll go polybar, grab the config, and then what we're gonna look for is ETH. And there's the interface. What's our interface? Wouldn't it just like EMP0 probably? Oh, EMP1SO. EMP1.SO. So now we fixed a couple different things. Let's see if we fill out that bar a little bit more. So we'll just go config polybar launch. All right, we have our ETH in there. To get the audio, probably we need to do a full reboot. So let's give it a little reboot. And what I don't know when we reboot here, I don't think our resolution's gonna stick. So we can do a variety of different things to make that a boot up thing. If it doesn't remember our resolution. Yeah. It didn't remember the resolution. It did fix everything though. Cool. So now the next thing we need nitrogen. We need to get that beautiful desktop wallpaper I showed at the very beginning of the stream. Grab some nitrogen. How are we doing on our packages? Just over a hair over 1,000 packages. Neat. So we have that. Bars looking good. Theming on point. Almost everything's good. We just a little bit more. Now we need to kind of fine tune that. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna probably need to do some stuff as root, so I'm gonna just switch to root to make this a little easier. Just because knowing me, I'll forget. So, all right. First off, do we do high DPI? No, this is just a VM, so that doesn't matter. Are we doing display server? It's obviously X. If you're going to do Wayland, you could actually affect that. Although BSPWM doesn't work on Wayland, so, you know, it's one of those things. And X11. Let's go ahead and make X setup. We'll just make it a bash script under etc sddm. So let's cd into etc sddm. All right, so this is our script. Let's go arandar. Let's go resolution 1080p. Yep, check. So we did that earlier. Let's go ahead and save this out. Default, save, quit. Go into the server root. There's our screen layout there. Let's vim into screen layout. Oh, what happened there? Ah, there it is. Here is the line we need. We're gonna yank that, save that out, and then we're gonna come back into vim etc sddm, and then that X setup. We'll paste that in. Boom, save that out. And then give it another reboot. So now that should fix our auto login with the proper resolution. As soon as X is setting up, it runs that display script. We have all of our theming. We've changed our Ethernet. We've got beautiful background. We've recreated a fully functional desktop from server. That happened pretty quick. Because have I even finished my coffee? Little spit. That is the final of the coffee. 1,015 packages from server, and we have that's everything installed here. We have a file manager. We have a web browser. Oh, God bless, we gotta fix the theming. All right, theming time. We need to make this look a little prettier. These black cursors and stuff are hideous. Oh, Alex appearance is probably my go-to. Yeah, I pull a little bit of stuff from different things that I find, but it's pretty cool. Alex appearance. Well, we can make this look better, right? I really like Papyrus. Oh, so good. This is the mouse theme. Ugh, it's awful. Let's fix that. So obviously, the white has to go. There is no way that can stick around. So let's go ahead, download Nordic theme. Download Nordic theme, yes. Now, you remember earlier in the thing, we were actually in Fedora, Titus, and I had an RPM package, OCS. Does this install now? Ah, we're still missing some stuff. I wonder if we can just grab that. Oh, yeah. I wonder why it doesn't resolve those dependencies. Ooh, I got an idea. Instead of installing those all independently, what if we do like a DNF install? Force DNF instead of RPM to find the... Yeah, so instead of using RPM, using DNF to say, hey, install this package and grab whatever dependencies we're missing. So, cool little Fedora feature there. Instead of using RPM ever, I should be using DNF install and then the RPM package. And then it goes, oh, well, this RPM package needs these 5 dependencies. DNF just says, no problem, I'll go get those for you. So no more copy pasting and all that garbage. Another cool little feature. So now we have that. I probably should relaunch this just in case. Probably don't need to, but we're gonna. Oh, what happened there? Huh. Weird. Peter, I do love me some chess, man. I need to get back into chess. All right, so let's grab this theme. You're gonna see, I wanted to make this a little bit easier. So my idea was to just use OCS. So we're gonna go Nordic. We're just gonna click install. Hopefully this loads. It's got a pretty animation. It's mesmerizing. Install. I wonder why OCS is running so slow this morning. Choose. Always. Open. Okay. And this will go out, download the entire Nordic package, install it where it should be in the system. Cool. Let's go to find us a new mouse cursor. Right? Cursor. Ooh, what do you guys think for cursors? What should we pick? Ooh, that looks cool. I think we're gonna go with this one. It was made 4 days ago. Nordzy cursors. Never used it. Blind. Do we have a dark mode? No. All right, let's install Nordzy cursors. White, please. Install. Do you want to install? Yes, please. So this is gonna fix the cursor issues we have, and then we'll also fix our theming a bit as well, because right now when we pull up our file browser, this is kind of how it looks. It's like, ugh. And the black cursor also bleh. LX appearance. So we're gonna go Nordic. Ooh, what's Nordic 40? I think it's the same thing. All right, cool. So now when we pull up our web browser, so much better. Cool. Icon theme looks good. Lordsy, yeah. Ooh, that's looking nice. Perfect. All right. So we got this beautiful one right here. One other thing I ran into was like proper thumbnails and stuff. Like, you got to think some things just require a little bit more. So I did, I think, Tumblr for that to make all my thumbnails come into place. So I used Tumblr for that. So if there was like images in this directory, I could see them. I would also come into preferences, go like to, I think, side behavior. Ooh, side panel. Let's increase that. Oh yeah, let's give it a little bit more flair. Show thumbnails always, please. So with Tumblr and that would be good. Probably need to, if this wasn't in a VM, PyCom would be working properly. The compositor gives you that opacity effect, which would make this look a little bit better. This is our volume. I can just do my mouse scroll wheel to go up and down. And that's basically building from server to a full-blown desktop. Screen tearing, that's QEMU. So the compositor, those types of things, we could affect this and make this a little bit better by doing like a Spice server instead of this archaic one, because again, this isn't bare metal. This is just this. That's all we're doing. This is, so the display is not perfect, mainly because of that, but a far better starting point, I'd say. So there we go. Pretty neat. It's kind of funny. This is where we started. This is actually the home desktop. And for whatever reason, I'm having some issues with it. Oh, well, it's all good. Man, that's funny. Oh, man, what a morning stream, I tell you. Fedora all day long, man. I am loving it. So QEMU causes a lot of issues with some of the displays and compositing, but again, very easy to do. from server to fully bloated desktop. Great job. I think I hear a hint of sarcasm there, but I love that setup. It's actually much more minimal than a distro you go download. A distro you go download usually has like 2,000 plus packages and just a bunch of stuff you really don't need. This is kind of how I build out my ideal desktop. This isn't necessarily the right way or any of that business. It's about picking every single package, understanding what each package does, and only using the packages you use. You probably use different packages than me, and that's totally okay. That's the beauty of this. Pick what you want. So, all right. So that's what we got. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was super early. I usually don't even start my stream until like 15 minutes from now, but I got things to do today. This stream will remain up on the unlisted portion of Chris Titus Tech main channel, so you can always pull up my main channel, click on my name, or just go to youtube.com/c/Chris Titus Tech, or just click my name on any of my videos, and you get to my main channel page. You'll see the live streams. This one is just server to desktop. kind of teaches you a lot of the components of Linux, what makes up many of these distros that you see. And this would add, like, if you want to make your own distro from this, you could just call it whatever, non-bloated OS or whatever you want to call it. You know, make another Linux distro if you want. But really, that's why I say a lot of these distros, there's really only like 3 main ones that you should use for your desktop. There's not really much to choose from. Yeah, and you could go to Ubuntu server as well. From desktop to server. Yeah. I would say just install servers where I like to start from, because you just build on top of that. Removing things, one cool thing I want to leave you guys with, just as a bonus for those that stay.